All right, Karen, we are live. I'm so excited to be here with you today. Thank you for joining me on this live that we are going to just, Karen, we are sorry. Live. I'm so excited to be here. Sorry, my YouTube was not muted. Um, so let me just do one thing here while we wait for a few people to join us live. Let me check one thing. I want to just
I'm excited to be here with you.
Yeah, it's going to be fun. We are just going to play online and connect with some people, help give them some free intuitive readings. Anyone that may need some support and guidance, Karen and I are here. So today I want to introduce my friend Karen with you. She is one of the most powerful healers that I have worked with. Hi, Ann Spear. I'm so happy you're here. Thanks for joining us. Please drop your questions below. Karen and I are here to serve and help people out today. So bring some clarity in those moments that you're feeling a little foggy. So Karen she's one of my healers. And my life has definitely shifted because of her. Just an incredible healer. She's very intuitive. And I just feel so honored and excited that she's willing to give up some of her time and some of her day to just join me today on my YouTube and share some of her expertise and knowledge. So thank you so much for joining me today, Karen.
Emily, that was really nice of you. Thank you so much. Honestly, I feel the same with you. Yeah, you are an amazing human being, and I'm better off with you in my life. So
Oh, thank
it's
you.
wonderful to share this that we have going on with other folks. So hopefully, yeah, they'll get a lot out of just having us together.
Absolutely. Okay, so I just have to say, doesn't it feel so good to have soul sisters?
It really does. It really
Yeah.
does.
Like I used to, when I'd hear people say, "Oh, you're my soul sister," I didn't really understand what that meant.
Mm,
Um, and to me now I know. And it's having this beautiful relationship with women that we come from the same origin, the same soul family, whether we do or not, but there's this connection, right? And
yeah.
there's not a competition.
No, not at all. It's actually we add to each other, I feel like, and that's pretty empowering for both of us, right? Because we
It
each
really
give
is.
different things at different
Yeah.
times.
Yeah, I love it. I just love it. So thank you, Anne. Thanks for holding some sacred healing and wisdom space for all of us today. And if you do have a question, please pop it in. Anybody else watching, we are here of service to help bring some clarity or healing, whatever it is that you may need right now. We are happy to help guide you. However, I have already called in the anyone that we will be reading for, your higher guides and angels, to give you what's only true, holy, and relevant of whatever messages that you need for today. So, Karen, I want to share with you and our listeners today something that happened to me last night. And I'm kind of embarrassed to share it, but it is a reality that we are all walking in new territory. The way that we've known life is crumbling. Hi, P. It's great to have you here. Um, so I was feeling great yesterday. I was feeling incredible. I was getting, working with some clients. I had some new clients come in. Things were feeling so good. And I have been literally so focused and intentional with every single thought that I have, creating the grid line that I want in my life, knowing that if a negative thought came in, not a thought of like, I'm not good enough or I'm not worthy or whatever it is, or fear came in, I could quickly catch it and redirect my thoughts to where it is that I want to go. Because I know we are here to make an impact on the world. All of us, people on this channel watching right now, the recording, you're not here on this channel with Karen and I today if you're not here to make an impact. Your soul is ready to make an impact. But in order for us to make an impact, we have to capture our thoughts. We have to be very intentional about what we're doing so that we can. So I was feeling really great. I was in alignment with my soul. I knew where I was headed. And then out of nowhere, my boyfriend was watching the news and lack and fear crept in and it totally shifted me. It was awful. It kept me up last night. And I knew it wasn't something for me to hold on to. I knew that I'm like, why am I even like allowing this fear to creep in? But it did. And it took me until this morning when I did my automatic writing and worked with my guides to get me back into an alignment. But I just want to talk a little bit about this today with you and the wisdom that you have to share because the 3D world that we know it is crumbling. And we can consciously choose to stay on this 3D timeline and crumble with everything that's crumbling and go through the hardship, or we could choose to go on to the 5D timeline. And this is my belief, and I'm curious to hear what your belief is on this. But the 5D timeline is where you can manifest and create the life that you want.
Right. Yep. No, I totally agree. And I think that we have a choice that we don't realize that we have. And one easy way to, I won't say easy, it's one of those things where all this work is work, but it's simple but not easy. If we start to realize to stay in our own beam of light, our own column of light, no matter where we are, then those things we're going to be able to see them, but not necessarily feel them, right? Because it is what it is. So we're not changing that reality. But if you think about this, if you had stayed like in your beam of light, right, connected to heaven and also to the center of the planet, if you think about that, that is where we only have a free will choice in that space, right? And so if we are able to stay in it, it's not necessarily easy. We are, living this on this planet like, everybody else. But if we see this, we're basically, I feel like it's like that in the world, but not of it type of thing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You kind of walk through it, you see it happening. Also, there might be something like, what was the specific thing that was triggering, right? And these are rhetorical questions, right?
Oh, that's really fascinating that you asked that because I didn't think about that. But you're right. It was what triggered me was the fear of not having security. It was, yeah, having like the thing that he was watching was about um what you need to stock up on your shelves right now.
Mm.
And then and it went through like the top 20 things that are basically going to cost a lot for us. And
Mhm.
I just kind of spiraled down and I went, oh my gosh. And honestly, I don't need a lot. I'm okay with little, but that just I think it triggered some of my when I in 2008, remember when the economy.
Yes, when everybody was saying the same thing back then. But
Right.
but
And
as
I
we,
lost everything back then. I was actually homeless. So I
oh,
think it triggered up some of that
oh,
for me. Hmm.
absolutely. Well, that's really a wonderful awareness because then that's something that you can, obviously there may be some trauma from that still. And
Yeah,
to
obviously.
totally work on that. But also, I think we need to have this. I mean, we live in a physical world, so we need to have some of our needs, and we don't grow our own food anymore. We rely on quote unquote stores, right? So there is some of that having what you need and a little bit of available, but where does the fear come in and where is it right for the fear to come in? And it doesn't need to be fear. You could just go and have some of those things and not have fear at all if you feel like you need to get some things. Does that make sense?
Kind of. I think if you can elaborate a little bit more for me, I just so I can process it better.
So since we live in a physical planet and we get our goods from stores, then it makes sense for us to have some things that we need already in our homes. But is the fear coming in as far as how much do we need? I think that triggers
Okay.
to get more things, more and more things. You don't need all that
No,
stuff.
no.
Because a lot of the things that they're quote unquote saying out there don't come to pass anyway, or it comes in a way that we don't even notice it. And also different areas experience different things, different people experience different things. We're all living in our own personal reality, really.
Yeah. So our thoughts create that reality.
Yeah, in a lot of ways it does, right? Every thought we think, everything we do,
Hmm.
but we don't know it either, right? So it's not a fault thing. It's nobody's fault, but it's just, yeah, what we are thinking and feeling. And even to the little nuanced things, like if you're going out and you see somebody and you're like sad for them, there's a sadness for that, whatever you're seeing. Do you know what I mean? There's that
Hmm.
sadness that's in you in a way.
Yeah, it's mirroring. I love that. So let me, I guess this is bringing up some great thoughts for me. Um, because in 2008, I did lose everything. My husband at the time, he was very, very ill. And so we were living in and out of hospitals and he couldn't work. And some of you have heard this story, some may have not. But he literally, any money we made went to hospital bills. So there was no financial security and we had overextended ourselves on a home. So we lost it all. And it was fascinating because I was very lucky. We had some friends that took us in for a few months. And when they took us in, they lived in a very affluent neighborhood that had ocean view homes. And I would walk this neighborhood every day. Now, I want to share this is a perfect example of the 3D and the 5D timelines. So I'd walk this home, or excuse me, this neighborhood with these, ocean view homes every day. And I noticed in this neighborhood, there were two homes that were vacant. And I always am a believer that a house needs people to live in them. It needs the energy of the people. Otherwise, that's when it gets dilapidated and falls apart. So every day I would just walk my dogs and I'd see these homes, ocean view, $1 million homes, multi-million-dollar homes that, just big houses. And I would always just say, thank you for the house, an ocean view home that I can be in rent free for a whole year to give me the ability to get back up on my feet. And I know I would be the best caretaker of this house, the absolute best caretaker. This house will never feel so good because I will be in it and I will go above and beyond to take care of this house. 3 months of just saying that, putting that out into the energy field. I had a friend call me out of nowhere. And she said, "You're not going to believe this. You know my house in San Clemente up in the hills?" And I'm like, "Yeah, the one with the ocean view. You've been there before, right, Emily?" I'm like, "Yeah, I've been there." She goes, "My mom and my cousin are moving out, and my husband and I want you and your husband to move in rent free for a whole year."
Wow.
So I've been here. I've been here.
Wow.
And that's the 5D. The 5D is having this faith, like the impossible, having an ocean view home rent free for a whole year. And they gave it to us for a year and they were going to extend it even longer. So it's
That's
really,
amazing. That's a wonderful, perfect story.
thank you. And I wasn't even thinking about that story when we started this out, but when you asked me the question of like, what triggered those fears? And it went back to that place of losing everything. And when you lose everything, it is devastating. But to stay in that devastation, if I stay in that fear that I experienced last night, would take me down that path. So I have to keep putting out what it is that I want, putting out in
Yep.
the energy field what I want and trust it. And I think the thing too that is the most powerful is being in gratitude. Just being in gratitude.
Absolutely. Practices of gratitude change lives.
Yeah,
Change your life.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, um, yes, I wanted to share that story because we are right here at this precipice right now. The 3D world is crumbling. And hi, plant lover, it's great to have you here as well as Chantel. You guys were here to answer any questions if you.
Emily, I think you just froze. I don't know if you can hear me, or maybe I froze. So I don't know who can hear me or who see me because I'm not I don't see the YouTube. But Emily is totally right. If we are having a practice of gratitude, and there are many, many spiritual teachers out there that will actually give you and let you have or teach you, I guess that's a better word for it, about practices of gratitude. And it could be just as simple as being grateful for the desk that you're sitting at, or looking outside of a window, or having some food to eat. So absolutely could be something like that. So yeah. So let's just bring our awareness to our heart center here. And let's do a little bit of practice of gratitude right now. Right, and I am so grateful to be here with Emily, even though I think she is frozen. So let's, whatever you're feeling right now, just bring this awareness to your heart center and just expand that heart center out. And just imagine it as a beautiful bubble of love and light. Just expand this out to your body. Expand it out to your energy field. Just, you can keep going, let it go out. And just notice what you're noticing, just feeling in this beautiful love light that is always there, that you're always connected to. We forget that we're connected, but we are always, always connected to this beautiful space inside of us. And just allowing that to really just imagine and just feel this just love light that we truly are, and just have this gratitude for this now moment. And that's a practice anybody could do at any moment. And the more you do it, the more you could just pop into it. You're back, Emily?
I am. Thank you, sir, for taking point. I appreciate that. So, my internet just dropped out of nowhere.
Huh. No accidents, I guess, right?
Nope. So, um, so because I was off, you just did a,
Yes, I did a little practice of gratitude, just bringing awareness to your heart center. And the heart center obviously is the seat of the soul, right? So bringing gratitude and just opening that heart center and just being in alignment with yourself. And even, I just talked about even gratitude of just a little things, even just looking out a window, or the food that you're going to eat, or whatever, sitting at a desk, talking to you here now. It's just, we can always bring gratitude to any moment.
Absolutely. I have another story, or I earlier this week, I don't think we have any questions. If you guys have any questions, please drop them. And we're happy to help you. But this week I was walking downtown and I found a penny and I was like, oh my gosh, like really, I am consciously manifesting money right now. Like this is big. Like I know I need to be on that 5D timeline and I need to not be feeding into the fear. So I find a penny on the ground and I'm like, yeah, I'm like celebrating like it's $100 bill, right? Then 2 days ago, I'm walking and I see a $5 bill on my neighbor's lawn.
Wow.
I'm like, cool, thank you. So
Bring it in, bring that gratitude in.
yeah,
And
that gratitude makes a difference. It really does. It
yeah.
pulls the money in. So I
Well,
live
I
in
love the story
university.
about the house on the beach.
Say
Or
that again.
I love the story about the view and living in that house. That's really amazing.
Yeah, that shows how powerful our minds are, that we can, honest to God, create anything.
Yeah,
Honest.
thanks for sharing that. And
Absolutely.
I think that it's really it's a good point even to just go back to a memory like that and have gratitude for that memory, right?
Yeah. So good. It's true. That lesson, it was a really hard time of my life. And that's the thing in these hard times. And I don't necessarily want life to be hard for any of us, but the hard times are, at least for me, I have found the times that are the most growth.
Exactly. And I feel like the foundations are shifting, and then we can, obviously we have to, it's hard to sometimes move through it in the physical life, but to know that there's something better and you just keep working on whatever is coming up in your life. I have a lot of things coming up in my life right now, but I am taking it as my foundation is changing and I'm moving through all the hard things, and making a more solid foundation, one that I maybe have never had before. So I'm waiting and to see what's going to be created from this, because I'm not going to let it get me down. Yeah.
So what do you do? What's like your daily practice to stay in alignment? Do you have one or?
I basically every morning when I wake up, before I even open my eyes, I put my hands on my chest before I even, like I said, before I even open my eyes. And I am the light, I am love, I am truth. And then I add in whatever else I want to. And then I also just, well, sometimes I just hug myself and just also say, I am so grateful, and just try to bring up the feeling of the love and gratefulness. Because I feel like when you have a feeling, it's more creating it. So what we give out is what we're going to receive, right?
Mhm.
So if we're giving out sadness or fear, then a lot of times that's going to come back to us in some other way, right? Because it's just the universe mirroring what is inside of us. So I try to do that every day. And I always ask also, how can I serve? How can I help people?
Yes, that's a big one. My guides are always telling me, never say I need or I want. You say, how can I serve?
Mhm.
Because if you say I need or I want, then you're going to stay in that state. And so they're saying, if you put out, how can I serve to the universe is going to put out, how can I serve you?
Right, exactly.
Hmm.
Yeah. It's like basically that mirror thing. Like, so what you put, if you put out neediness,
Hmm.
then you're going to see neediness in the world. You're going to see it coming back to you
Hmm.
in whatever way. It doesn't mean it's exact reflection, but I really believe that we're in a mirror universe.
I do too.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And we had to remember that we're the projector, right? So we're not, can't change it out there. We change it in here. And
Mm.
there's just a lot of different ways to do that for sure.
Well, absolutely love how you set the tone of, oh, I'm so sorry. I got this dog that is about to bark. Sorry about that. The tone of your day of putting it out in your energy field. Exactly. You are love, you are light, whatever else it is that you're putting out there. So the universe can mirror that. And that's before you even get up. I think that's a beautiful
Yeah.
way to start your day.
Yeah. What about you? Do you have any practices?
I do. I always activate my day calling in my guides, thanking them, and then I go and I do automatic writing. I will then ask my guides. I have this whole system or what I don't know if you'd call a system, just a way of connecting with my guides through writing, and then I ask them to write through me and give me insight of like what is it that I need to focus on for the day? How do I prepare myself for this day? How can
Right.
I serve? And my guides will then, they always come through. And it's so funny because, like, this morning, remember I was talking about, I was like a little wobbly this morning, and fear crept in, and they gave me some advice, which they had told me on Saturday.
Really?
And so I
That's
was rereading. They told me also reread what you wrote on, or what we wrote through you on Saturday. So before this call, I went back and I read what was written through me. And I was like, oh my God, they gave me the same advice. And can I remember it right now? No, I can't because it's channeled.
Yes, I find when I channel things, I can't remember them specifically either. Only sometimes if I'm talking to someone, that I've, whatever has come through them, I'll start to remember the conversation and what happened, and then it kind of comes back to me sometimes. But it is
Yes.
because you're in a different part of your brain. You're in a different.
Yeah. So it would take me, I probably have to grab my journal, which it's over there. I won't grab it, but yeah, it's not coming to me. But yeah, so I do that. And then after I allow my guides to write and they set the tone for the day, and whether I'm going to be meeting with clients, they will sometimes tell me like specifically what those clients need so I can set the intention for my clients, set the grid for them, essentially the energy grid of whatever it is my clients need, so when I meet with them that day that I'm prepared. And then I go into this, I have this whole system or programming of me just going in, and I write down 10 things I'm grateful for. And each one, I don't just write what I'm grateful for, I write what I'm grateful for because I'm grateful for my home because it makes me safe and feel safe and
I
secure.
love
I'm
that.
grateful for my health because it makes me unstoppable. I'm grateful, I just write these things. So I really pull in why I'm grateful so I can feel it. Um,
So
and
that's another great way for another great gratitude practice.
yeah,
Yeah.
every day I write it because I know the importance of it for me. Um, sometimes it's grateful for my little foster puppy because she makes me smile.
Mm.
So, um, I do see Plant Lover has a question of how can we serve now? I don't know if that's specific that you want us to answer. But before we do, Karen, do you have an offer right now that you want to share with everyone? And then we could go into answering some questions too.
I love helping people with transformations. And so I have a 3 month, divine light practice, like a transitional transformational package that I love to share, and the power that's coming through that, and the transformations that are coming through that are honestly humbling for me. So yeah, I have that available if anybody's interested in chatting with me.
She's a powerful healer. I have worked with her. We've
Oh,
worked together for what, like probably like 9 months now.
yeah, it's been a while.
Yeah, it's been a
Yeah,
while. Powerful. I have right now, I only have one session left and it's $155 that I'm offering. It was for the 5-5 portal.
I
Think
saw that.
yeah. And so it is for people that are tired of hearing that little voice that's keeping them small. It's keeping them caged in. And so this is to go in, find out where that origin of that voice is coming from so we can clear it and that you can start to activate your soul voice. Your soul voice is the one that is unlimited. It's the one that's here to help guide you into your purpose. And it's the one that's never going to tell you you're not worthy or you're not good enough. It's going to tell you you're amazing and you're exactly where you're meant to be.
That's
So,
great.
yeah. So I have one session. I'll drop the link below. I don't have it here right now, but I love her. I know her. She's one of my dear, dear friends. I love her so much. Thank you. You totally served me. Okay. She is an incredible naturopath, and she sent me a gift box last week,
Oh,
and I have not had a chance to thank you. I am so sorry, but she gave me this book, The Soul of Money. Hello, I need it, and some supplements to help with my
oh,
hormones and my tummy. So thank you. You're amazing that you are serving. You are probably one of the most generous people I know. And I am so appreciative and grateful that you are my friend. So, but let's see if we've got another message for you. Um, Karen, I don't know if you want to tap into her energy.
yes. What was the question again?
How can we serve now? I don't know if you can share, Anna Marie, if this is for like the collective or you specifically. We could do both the collective and for you
Yeah,
specifically.
so what's coming to me right away for her is to be authentic.
Mm-hmm.
Be your authentic self.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the story needs to be shouted from the rooftops, girl.
Yeah.
It's a powerful one. Okay, so what I'm also getting here is 10 of fire. So are you feeling a little bit overworked right now? If you are, you're being asked to get a little bit more balance in your life. Maybe take a little bit of a break or breather here, so that you can really tap into your soul's truth right now. Reset your nervous system. There's a little bit of fracturing in your nervous system I am seeing to help bring you back into a little
Yeah.
bit more harmony.
And that feels right into the be authentic.
Absolutely. I love that. Let's see. Let's see if the collective and then if anybody else has anything else they want to ask. But I want to touch into anybody watching this just in general of how can we serve? Okay. I'm getting you were overworked, hope to start again soon. Okay. Yeah. I was overworked and hope to start again soon. So you are taking a break right now, it sounds like. That's good. For the collective, so continue with the break. You're not ready to go back yet. I pulled the Emperor card. And so we each and every single person watching this video, whether live or recorded, you are being asked to step into the leadership role that you came here to do. which is totally in alignment with what Karen and I were talking about. We can choose to stay on the 3D timeline, or we could become the leaders and get on that 5D timeline, create the life that we want, live it by example. That's how we can become leaders. By doing that, you become magnetic. People want to know how you do it. And it's going to help those that are stuck in the 3D, like I got stuck in it last night, help pull those of us up that don't know how to. They've never even considered living this way, is the message I'm getting. Do you
Yeah.
have anything?
Well, I mean, it really just keeps coming back to the more we're authentic, the more all of that stuff happens. I know it's much more of a simpler way to say it. You speak very eloquently about it, but being our authentic self is going to shine that light out, right? And really just be a mirror for other people, and no judgment at all. Because we don't know necessarily when we're authentic how we actually help, how it affects other people. We just don't really know. And on some levels, it doesn't matter. We don't need to know that. Just to be in our column of light, be in that heart center. And no matter what we're doing, we could even just be in the grocery store or just walking on the street. And the more we are in our body and in our authentic self, in our heart space, I mean, that's our inner love showing out.
I love that. I really do. And having that, just knowing that you don't have to have a facade on anymore. We've all been programmed our whole lives to have this facade.
Yeah.
And it's time to just be you and allow you to shine. And that's, it's exactly what Karen and I do. We help our clients really discover who they are, who you are on your soul level, who you are as the essence of you, so that you can unapologetically shine that. I know for me personally, my whole life I was living a facade, and I never felt like I fit in this world. I always kind of wanted to exit stage left because I was just like, never felt like home to me.
Yeah.
And
And you kind of did, didn't you too, Emily?
I did. I didn't. I was like, "I'm out. Bye-bye."
Well, I'm glad you're here. You're such
Thank
a
you.
beautiful gift and a light for all of us. I
Thank you.
really appreciate you.
I appreciate you. And I know there's a purpose here. I know there's a purpose in every single one of us. I can see it. It's like we all have this diamond that has been buried. Some of us not buried, but some of us has been buried. Mine was buried. And it took a while for it to shine, and it still is taking, it's still taking time to shine.
It's a
But
process.
it's a process. But the more I step into my truth, the more I feel at home, because it doesn't matter where I'm at. The home is within
Right.
here.
Absolutely.
Ah,
Absolutely. And I have a card. So I have a friend. I don't think I ever told you about this, Emily, but I have a friend that actually channeled some cards. They're
uh-huh.
calls them runes. And I just picked one for everyone. And it's
I love
called
it.
Mercy. I'll show it. It's more of like an energetic transmission.
Ooh, wow. And it's called mercy.
Mercy.
I can feel that in my heart chakra.
Isn't that amazing?
That's really beautiful.
Yeah. So that's for everybody also to take that into your heart space and your world.
Okay, so I love that mercy came up because, like, Marie E just had a comment here. Mine has been very buried. Your diamond has been very buried. I get it. There's mercy. Mercy. Tap into that. If you can hold that card up, because that is a transmission, there's definitely energy from that. And allow mercy for yourself to have that come through to you, because it doesn't have to be buried. It's not meant to be buried. This 3D world has definitely wanting to keep us all buried and
Yeah.
keep us from stepping into our power.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Chantel, it is amazing how scary it is to be authentic. It's wild. It should be the most natural thing in the world, right? It should.
It should, but I think that once we start to release some of the burdens that we've carried and some of the thoughts that are not even ours and the programming that we have, it gets to be easier because it's clearing out some of the stuff that's not ours. So the more authentic we are over time, and the more we do the inner work, however that is for each person, the more we can feel comfortable in our body. I certainly wasn't for a long time at all. And it's taken me years, but I'm starting to finally feel that I can move forward and I can learn and grow, and that when something comes up that stumps me up, which of course it does on a daily basis, then I know how to move forward with it. And I think that's empowering too, to know that there are ways to move forward.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
There are, and I mean, it's coming out of the spiritual closet for some of us. And that's really scary. It's a thing. And it's okay to be, we have never been told it's okay to be ourselves.
Mm-hmm.
Never.
No, no,
And
it's
now,
perfect. It's more the opposite.
yeah, we have all had to live with this facade to fit in. And now you're being asked to be authentic and to really step into your truth. And so, yeah, there's some layers of pain, debris. There's energy that's not even yours that you've been carrying around.
Yeah.
And it's going through the process of just being so gentle and having the mercy on yourself to release what's not yours,
Mm-hmm.
to heal what has been holding you back. And the moment you can truly step into your truth, you feel so alive and you don't care.
Yeah.
It feels so good.
Yeah.
um, I have a recording on the fear of what is it called? Fear of judgment. So if you want that, just message me. I'm happy to help you get that. So Marie E also said that she felt that card in her chakra or her heart chakra too. It's a powerful card. I may have to buy that deck.
Yeah, she has a whole deck. This deck, she has two decks. This one is called Soul Power. That's the cover on it.
Mm,
And there's another deck. I don't think I have it with me right now. It's called Celestial Origin Healing Rooms.
that's
And
beautiful.
they're all channeled. She channels the picture, which she does on the computer, and then there's writing that goes along with it, and she channels that comes through her.
Ah, you'll have to drop the link. You'll have to give me the link and I can put it in the description
Okay.
too.
Her
That
name
would
is
be
Janet
wonderful.
Gardner. Yeah.
So beautiful. Yeah. Awesome. Cool. Well, I don't think we have any other questions yet. But if you can please like this video, subscribe, that helps this channel. It helps keep us here. And we are happy to be here to help serve you guys in these, especially in these times that we're navigating. We all need
Yeah,
as much support as possible. And Karen,
absolutely.
so grateful you joined me today. I really needed a little extra support today, especially after last night.
Yeah, it's been great being here, and thank you for having me. And yeah, thank you to everyone that has showed up and who will listen to this in the future.
Yes, absolutely. Thank you guys. I hope you have a wonderful day. And again, like this video, subscribe to the channel if you aren't, and we will drop the links to Karen's mentoring. I have one session left for my program, the 5-5 portal activation, and then also the links to the cards. So if you're interested in those, we will put those in the description once this video gets posted. I know we're live, but I have to go in afterwards. So thank you guys. You have a beautiful day.